Lost Coast Trail, day one. So excited right now. This has been a bucket list hike for me for going on 3 or 4 years. I've wanted to do this trail, and here we are. It's my birthday week. This is gonna be so amazing, just absolutely epic. Can't wait to get started. So as we're walking along the trail, just looking at all the gorgeous scenery, I damn near stepped on a sea lion. And she was very unhappy. She roared at us as we stepped up to her. Valuable lesson learned about paying attention to my surroundings. So we're just gonna dip down below the trail and let her enjoy her nap in peace. So we've made it through the first impassable zone. There's 3 areas where at high tide you can't get through. So we're past number 1 of 3, and we've done our first creek crossing. So doing pretty good. This is an incredible place. I just cannot believe we're lucky enough to be here right now. Just stunning. about halfway through the second impassable tide zone, and we've decided to set up camp for the night at a spot called Kinsey Creek. Kinsey, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably butchering it. But either way, we have fresh water off to the side, 2 really nice flat tent pads. The wind is just whipping through here, so we could be in for an interesting night, but it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and tents are set up, and it's just time to relax and get ready for tomorrow. Good morning. Getting ready to start day 2. We've got some time to hang around the campsite today because high tide is at 9:47 in the morning, and we can't pass the beach at high tide, so we have to wait until the tide starts to recede. So we're gonna give it a couple hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Low tide isn't until like 3:47, but it'll start to drop every hour after 9:47. So we're just gonna hang out here and watch the beach and look for our opportunity to carry on. Today was a pretty good day. We got a pretty late start, right around 11, just kind of waiting for the tide to go down. We camped directly in the middle of the second impassable zone, a big tide zone that you just can't get through at high tide, so we had to wait until around 11, until the tide started to go out before we could leave. We made it to our campsite at Kinsey Creek about 4 o'clock, so we still made really good time and had a beautiful day. We kind of got a mix of everything today. We walked over big, huge cobblestone, like ankle-breaking rocks. We walked on deep sandy beaches. We got to spend a bunch of time up on this big meadowed ridge, and that was exciting in and of itself. There was 4-mile stretch that was just this beautiful, lush meadow full of just tall, like waist-high green grass and beautiful wildflowers everywhere. And within the first quarter mile, we saw 3 rattlesnakes. So that made for kind of an exciting journey, considering we had 3 3/4 miles left to go in that kind of terrain. But we made it unscathed, and an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. The weather leading up to the trip, you know, it was supposed to be overcast and rain, overcast with possible rain, overcast with possible rain every day. And it has just been bright and blue skies and sunny. We haven't had even really a moment of overcast since we've been here. It's just been beautiful, perfect weather. Couldn't ask for better weather. Tomorrow, we'll hike, I don't know, probably about 5 miles to our next campsite. It's been kind of wonderful just to have sort of a leisurely trip. You know, usually I'm walking 20 miles a day, walking dusk till dawn, but there's so many different considerations on this trip. Number one, the trail's only just a little over 24 miles, so we could crank the whole thing out in 2 days if we really wanted to, 3 at the most. But because our shuttle back to the starting trailhead is on Saturday morning, we really only have to walk like 5 or 6 miles a day. So we've been taking our time and taking a lot of photos and just really soaking it all in and enjoying every minute. It's been pretty fantastic.